So we have the Belmont Lions kicking to the southern end of the ground, which last week, boys, was probably the goal-scoring end, wasn't it? Most of the goals were kicked there. I don't think we're probably going to have 49 goals like we did last, or 39 goals like we did last week.
No, you wouldn't think so, but by the same token, as the game wore on with the reserves, they handled the conditions a bit better, particularly in the last quarter.
But all of a sudden, the breeze has just dropped a little bit. For the next 10 minutes, you might see some very good football. JJ in the centre, is he?
No, he's in the box. I'd say Dean Oakley would start. And what sort of a contest? Dean Oakley and Michael Allen, two top leap jumping ruckmen.
There should be some good matchup. Robbie Hargraves will have a job, I think. He'll be
the two interleague ruckmen going against each other. And Nick Maharis is Brad Horrobin has got him. And Rob Hargraves on Stein. And start of the first term. Matchday Live coverage this afternoon. Round 14. Belmont Lions and Thomson at Winter Reserve. It'll be Allen and Oakley who go up. Gardner in the middle. Button comes off the wing. He can't take it with him. Now it's pushed out towards Boltish, is on the ground. Started on the bench last week. Had a pretty good game. Nick Maharis just gets a tackle as he gets his kick away close to the boundary line. Shane Stone, can he keep it in? Yes, he can. He gets a good shepherd from Mitchell. Kick was poor though. And he's turned it over. Chapman's taken the mark. Centre wing out of side. So just holding up play a little bit now. Goes back. Right foot kick towards half forward lead. Couple of Thomson players go up off the front of the pack. Aitchison turns it back and goes towards O'Connor in the middle. Allen comes across. Does well. Takes the mark. And will again try and set something up. He plays on now. Goes with the right boot towards centre half forward. Oh, Mills got grabbed onto. And the umpire agreed. And he will take the free kick just inside the centre square at half forward. Carr gives him half a lead. Now he goes out wide. Buttons peeled off centre wing. Takes the mark on half forward. Gardner makes a bit of ground to stand the mark. Still 55 metres out from goal. And pretty congested between him and the goal. He goes along now. He's a good kick, as we saw last week. Goes along to the square. Off hands. Free kick hold. And Thomson to take the free kick. Might be, is it Aaron Bradley? In the last line of defence for Thomson to clear the ball for the Tigers.
So Bradley in the goal square. Chips a pass short and finds Stone between full-back and centre-half back. He marks on his chest, looking to handball off. Now decides he'll have to kick and probably kick long. He's gone across the face of goal and found Armstrong there. So Thomson still in defence. Armstrong there kicks a little bit longer and finds on the half-back flank Harris and marks overhead. Well, it's a pretty stop-start sort of an affair, Laurie, to start with.
Yeah, they're not sure what to do with it. I think just get the ball forward.
So Harris kicks to centre wing. The only player that flew for the mark was Tim Gardner. Now he decides to play on. Handball. It's gone back to Harris. He chips the footy towards the middle of the ground, but in the way there is double them of Belmont Lions. So he takes the mark between centre and centre-half back. Again, goes wide to the outer side. The lead is out there from... Govern and turns, kicks towards Mills, can't take the mark, he's tackled. The umpire said he's not had an opportunity to get rid of the football. So on half forward flank for the Belmont Lions on the eastern side. We've been 2.5 minutes into the first quarter, no score as yet as the ball goes in the air. Good tap down on that occasion. That was by who's number 18?
Maharis. Oh, was it?
No.
Graham.
Oh, Graham's wearing 18 today. So, Maharis you spoke of. Nick takes the mark at centre half forward, kicks long to the goal square. Oh, Allen went for the mark one hand, and it's out of bounds beside the behind post, deep in the attacking area for the Tommy Tigers. As we tick over 3 minutes into the first quarter, still no score.
Boundary throw in right forward pocket for Thomson, northern end of the ground. Nick Maharis up in the ruck. Allen stands his ground, gets a clearing kick towards Doubledham, who's going to be under pressure, tries to tap it towards the boundary line and a teammate in Button. He does so effectively, and it's out of bounds in front of the Belmont Lions Social Club here in the right forward pocket for Thomson attacking. Still no score, as Eric said. Pretty congested around the boundary throw in here. It'll be Nick Maharis and Michael Allen. Maharis in front, brings it to the front of the pack, Doubledham. We'll see it over the boundary line again, and we'll do it once again. Boundary throw in.
She's a little bit stop-start at the moment.
It's a very low-key start, Laurie, isn't it? For two sides that have got so much hanging on the game.
So another boundary throw in. Nick Maharis works his way to the front.
See, Hargraves now got Peacock in the goal square. It's a bit better match.
Allen, Nick Maharis gets it down. Trying to ride the bump there was Gardner. Couldn't get the ball away effectively. Packed develops for Doubleton. Breaks free from half back. Goes long towards centre wing. And over the back, punch away by Bradley was not good, said the umpire. And a free kick will go to the Belmont Lions. And be careful, Christian Thorley, give the footy back pretty quick. He does so. And they're going to be able to go from Foran's boot from centre wing, but chopping it off Troy Maharis at centre half back for Thomson. Wants to try and switch play. He does so now. O'Connor gives him a lead, but chopping it off was Hepworth. Didn't take the mark. Followed it up. Coming through the middle was Oakley. O'Connor was there as well. Hands free. Oh, back to a teammate who slipped over. Falls for Carr. Goes towards Govan. Off hands at the back of the pack was Harris. He's going to be able to switch play again, and now they might be able to break free. Thomson. Thorley takes the mark on half back. Goes to the lead of Bradley at centre wing. Takes the mark in front of Foran. Hasn't got much to kick to though at half forward. Has to hold the ball up. As some of his teammates go now, he goes short to Daniels. It's okay. He takes it. Still on centre wing, out of side. Dean Oakley gives him a lead at centre half forward. He might go in that direction. He tries to get it there. Oakley from a long way. Nick Maharis over the back. Allen takes a great mark at centre half back. Plays on quickly. Gives it away by hand to Newell, who stands and goes from centre half back with a left boot towards centre half forward. Graham in front. Punched away Aitchison. Great front and centre Davis. Handball was pretty good to Mills. 35 and close. He goes in. Should kick the goal and has missed.
That's a shocking. He's got it.
Oh, has he got it? He squeezed it in. So Scott Mills has put the first on the board for the Belmont Lions and the first of the day. Victor Trophy's first score to scoreboard. The Belmont Lions one straight goal 6. Thomson yet to score. And that took nearly 6 minutes in the first term.
I don't think Scotty Mills thought he kicked it, did he?
Well, I saw the
umpire,
the goal umpire moved a long way across, and the ball sort of drifted towards the umpire. I thought he'd missed it as well, and so it's a pleasant result.
But it was a little bit of good front and centre.
Front and square, wasn't it, Brad Davis?
Yeah, it doesn't come any better than that. No, that was brilliant. And what about the mark from Allen?
Yes.
Fantastic
Well, that set the whole thing up, didn't it?
Yep. And that's the most direct play we've had from both sides all day. They've just been going towards the boundary. I don't know whether because it's muddy there, they're trying to avoid it.
But it almost seemed like a bit like an arm wrestle, didn't it, for 4 or 5 minutes?
Umpires this afternoon too, Eric?
Umpires in the middle, we've got Farnsworth and Fox. The boundary, Sawyer and Maddox, and in goal, Gillard and Jenkins. So it's umpire Fox, puts it in the air. Allen gets the tap down from the middle. Stone runs onto it.
Oh, it's soft.
Well, perhaps that's a coach's free kick. When you're the coach, you get a few, Laurie, don't you? So Stone now with the free kick, kicks over the centre. Nick Maharis runs under the football, falls to the back of the pack. All double them, tried to kick it off the ground. Bradley met him pretty solidly. Bradley got the foot to the footy, and it's over the boundary line. Half forward flank for Thomson. Almost in front here at the Social Club at Winter Reserve. In fact, it's a bit further round than I thought. It's almost the wing. So the boundary umpire with the footy. Got Foran and Bradley doing the ruck work. Foran pushed Bradley forward, but he gets tapped to the footy. Running onto it there was Riley. Kicks a lovely looking power off. Peacock fell, threw it up to Nick Maharis, and Nick Maharis running into an open goal has kicked the goal. So good little bit of forward work there by Thomson. They go to 1 goal. Belmont Lions 1 goal. 8 minutes into the first quarter. Victory Trophies scoreboard.
Yes, that was a good bit of play as well, and just a nice, neat handball out of there. Found its target and ran onto it. You were smiling, Eric. Don't you think it was a handball?
Well, it looked pretty swift.
Well, I said it was nice and neat.
It was. It was very crisp.
I'm a bit intrigued with Troy Maharis here on Newell. Normally doesn't play on the wing, does he?
Oh, I think he's
They've
been
moved him around a bit, haven't
playing
they?
midfield. Yep. Sort of a floating back man.
Ball in the middle. Allen, Oakley goes up early, gets to the side of the pack, Highland through the middle as well. Mitchell's there, gets a clearing kick to centre half forward. Nick Maharis tries to work his way to the front. O'Connor comes from the pocket, leaves it behind. Horriban over the top now, can handball to Button, going to be gunned down by Gardner. Now a short little kick, he'll follow it up himself. Gardner right next to him, and he sees Henry Button over the line for a boundary throw in. At 40 metres around from the Thomson goal.
If they're going to compete one-on-one, Laurie, that'd be a pretty torrid tussle all day, Button and Gardner.
I'd reckon.
So a boundary throw in, Horriban. Up against Stein in the ruck, over the back. Gardner to the front was great to Daniels off a step. Right foot kick, and he's missed to the near side and through for 1 behind. They go to 1-1-7 now, Thomson. And they lead the Belmont Lions 1 straight goal, 6 points. And we've been playing 9 minutes in the first term. And that's on the Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard.
I think Stevie could have taken his time a little bit there, just rushed that one a little bit.
Well, often, perhaps if players are not talking, Laurie, they don't realise that they've got a bit of time.
Well, that's right. That's a skill as well, to be able to talk to your fellow player out there and give him a bit of space.
So Button it is. We'll do the kicking in again this week for the Belmont Lions. As Jason said before, a lovely kick, and that's no exception. Gone to the middle of the ground. Players pushing and shoving. Christian Highland can't pick it up, just pushes along the ground to Dean Oakley. He picks it up, handball to Stone. Off a step, his kick is half smothered. It's at half forward flank, doubled amp. He's given a fair sort of a whack from 20 metres inside the boundary and found the safety of the boundary line as the Belmont Lions defence just under a little bit of pressure all of a sudden. So it's in front of the social club.
Who said it was a terrible day too?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Sun's out, the wind's dropped.
So Allen gets a tap down for Belmont Lions, but there's nobody at the drop of the footy. Now it stacks on the mill, and the umpire will move in. And about on the 50 metre arc at half forward for Thomson. The umpire now gets the footy back. So umpire Fox it is, puts it in the air. Allen and Oakley both probably get a hand on the footy. Comes clear for it was Davis. Nice kick, finds Newell. Has to kick it on the right foot, and it's not a bad effort either. Gets it towards centre wing. And race for the footy there is Jeff Mackey, back for Belmont Lions today, and I would imagine a welcome inclusion for their side. A very talented player, as he's pushed the ball over the boundary line, half forward flank for the Belmont Lions, this time on the western side of the ground. We've been playing 11 minutes of the first quarter. Thomson 1-1, lead the Belmont Lions 1 goal.
So it'll be entry throw in. It'll be Graham up against Atchison. Thrown into half forward. Atchison in front. Graham works to the front, gets to the side of the pack. Pack develops around the ball there now, and umpire Farnsworth will come in and bounce the footy. So the Belmont Lions into attack. It'll be Graham again, and Atchison. Atchison goes up early, gets it down to Gardner, breaks free, slips over at the crucial stage, but still gets a handball free to Bradley. Pretty good hands, but missed its target, the handball to Riley. It's on centre wing now. Graham fighting hard for it for the Lions, and the umpire will come in and bounce the footy. And Aaron Bradley and Rod Doubledham just exchanging bone-ups in there as they get up. Not happy with some of the treatment, though they were both getting from each other. Ball up again. Graham goes up early, gets it down, but not very far. Straight to the lap of Andrew Atchison in the middle of the pack. And watch for the umpire to pluck one out here, Laurie, hey? He'll pluck a free kick out.
Just about.
Try and break this up.
You won't have to do too much to get a free kick right now.
So a ball up, still on centre wing. Commentary box side, on the western side of the ground here, at winter reserve. Atchison and Graham again. Graham goes up early. Goes towards Davis. Atchison on the ground as well. And the umpire will come in and do it again.
Oh. Well, now there will be one.
Have a go, Eric. You might get us a free kick here.
Yes, be some sort of a chance. So umpire Farnsworth for the third time in a minute.
Get in there, Will Chapman. You'll get a kick.
Still on centre wing. The ball goes in the air. Graham and Atchison. Ball comes down. Just kicked out of the pack by the Belmont Lions. No free kick. Picked up in the middle there. Well, players are really having trouble getting clear of the pack here. Finally, Stone pushed in the back. No, said the umpire, and he'll give another ball up. And it's very defensive, Laurie, isn't it, at the moment? Neither side really prepared to take a risk.
Well, there's actually a lot of one-on-ones in there, and it's very hard. And you just have a look around the ground. I think they've decided to play one-on-one here today, and if they're going to do that, it's going to be hard to get out of those pack situations.
Well, from the tap down, it went to Jeff Mackey. He gets it goalwards. It's gone over the head of all the players, falls into the arms of Julian Carr, and he turns around and kicks the goal. Well, they don't come much easier than that. Luck's of fortune. Second goal to Belmont Lions. They go to 2 goals, 12. They lead Thomson 1-1-7 victory trophies. First quarter scoreboard, 13.5 minutes gone.
Well, Julian was probably third in line for that. He stayed at the back and come over the back and kicked an easy goal. But that won't do his confidence any harm. Eric, his form's evidently been down a little bit, and saw him a couple of years ago, and I was very impressed with him. So it'd be nice if he can strike a bit of form from him. So he's got one now, so that'll be handy.
Well, I wonder the fact that Brady's not playing and he's got to take now the key forward post might help him a bit.
Oh, I think it probably will do. And I actually called him Jerry Carr before. You remember Jerry Carr? He used to play with Fitzroy.
I was going to pick you up on that. I thought, nah, you'll get that later because you'll kick a goal.
And actually a good friend of mine, so that's how I come to call him Jerry.
Back to the middle, Oakley and Allen to do the ruck work. And Oakley down towards Highland, but he gets ripped off the football straight away. And Oakley also does likewise, so the umpire will come in secondary bounce in the middle. So Oakley and Allen back to do battle again. Both high leaping ruckmen. They go up again. Allen gets it down this time. Basili can't take it with him. Handball out from Troy Maharis to Stone. Great smother by Mills. Falls in the arms of Bradley though, who can break free. Little right foot kick was okay out wide. Looking for Daniels. Button bears down. He's got a bit of time though. He sets something up towards the forward pocket over the head of Peacock. Dunlop right next to him. And the pairs see the ball over the boundary line in the right forward pocket for Thomson. So we'll have a boundary throw in.
Thomson Tigers are just going a little bit too wide at the moment. They've got to try and centre the ball a little bit, get it down the corridor a little bit more.
So a boundary throw in, about 20 metres around from the Thomson goal. A ruck contest. We'll pick one of them. It'll be Peacock and Horrobin with Maharis over the back. Falls to the front. Gardner had it, lost it, got it back, shrugged a tackle the outside of the right boot and has missed.
Good try.
Yeah, so one behind to Tim Gardner. They go to 1-2-8 now, Thomson. They trail the Belmont Lions 2 straight goals, 12 points. Victory Trophies first quarter scoreboard and 16.5 minutes have been played.
So we've got Button. Terrible kick in. It's fallen in the arms of Riley. Handball to Stein. Oh, great tackle. Play on, said the umpire. Ball spills clear. Newell. Handball to Button. And Button on the right foot goes to centre wing.
Oh.
Well directed kick. Mark not taken on centre wing there. So now a pack is formed. And Jeff Mackey on that occasion. Been out of footy for a while, I'd suggest, and probably should have taken the mark. Now we've got a few pleasantries being exchanged. As
free kick against Jeff Mackey.
So the free kick goes to Bradley. Kicks to half forward. Only one man in attendance there and stands tall and takes the mark. That was Hargraves, gone to centre wing. Ball falls off the pack there. Gardner, kick off the ground. In front O'Connor, can't take the mark. Comes to Basili. He's tackled high to the umpire. So free kick will go to the Lions. Kicks wide to centre wing, finds Button. Still on the back half of centre. Belmont Lions now, kicking to the southern end. Well, draws the player Button, drawn onto his left foot, now kicks long. High, well, mark not taken. Players running pretty hard to footy, kick off the ground. Highland threw it out and the umpire agreed. I think he might have heard the crowd actually, but
he was a long way away to make the decision, but it was there. It was there.
Yes, he threw it two-handed, and the free kick has come to Brad Davis for Belmont Lions. On centre wing, kicks down the side of the ground, perhaps also going a little indirectly. Belmont Lions, it's gone over the pack, landed inside the field of play, and drifted over the boundary line. So the ball is 35 metres from the behind post for the Belmont Lions, kicking to the southern end. 17.5 minutes into the first quarter. 1-2 Thomson. They trail Belmont Lions 2 goals as the boundary umpire puts it high in the air. Not such a long throw. It comes to ground. Picked up there. Good work by Graham. Gets the
Carr again.
Well, Carr diving forward. I don't know whether it was a pass or whether he was under a little bit of pressure with the kick there in Matt Graham. But Carr has taken the mark 15 metres out, 45-degree angle. And we'll have a shot on goal. So Carr coming back a long way. Is that Dean Oakley coming off and Justin coming on to do the ruck work for a while. As Carr now moves in on the right foot. I tell you what, I think he's threaded it through the goal. So he's kicked his second. Julian Carr has kicked the third for the Belmont Lions. They're 3 goals straight, 18. They lead Thomson 1-8. Victory Trophies first quarter scoreboard, 18.5 minutes gone.
Could be the game to get him back in form, Loz.
Well, it could be. That was a very nice mark, that. I mean, he was in front, he watched the footy come from the boot and took a slips catch, so to speak, and that's his second goal, so, it could be a bit of a touch. I'm just a little bit mystified. I'd just like to ask quickly Eric's opinion on this. JJ's come into the ruck and Dean Lakely off the ground. I can't believe that. I can't believe a 19-year-old kid that's in form footy is sitting on the bench at all.
No, I can't have that. What I mean, they've got the two best ruckmen in the league.
There must be somewhere you can put him on the ground.
You'd think so, certainly.
Back to the middle. JJ's up against Allen. Neither can get a effective tap. Highland gets a clearing kick to centre half forward. Might fall for O'Connor. Can't go anywhere though. Hepworth right next to him. Does very well. Puts his head over the ball. No free kick. Now kick off the ground, Nick Maharis. Newell gets back there, handball to Button. They use him across half-back for the kick. He breaks free now, goes long to centre wing with a kick towards Allen. JJ against him. Free kick for a hold, said the umpire, and it's going to Thomson. It'll be Justin with the kick. Oh, he takes on Allen, gets around. Well, umpire Farnsworth has now paid 50 metres against Allen for running over the mark, but I thought he stepped sideways, Eric. Did he? And that's play on, isn't it?
Oh, I would have thought so. I wonder perhaps if the point was the umpire in a bad position didn't see him go sideways and didn't call play on.
So Justin's got the ball on 50.
Only explanation I could give.
So just on the ground, as we said, Justin, you'll have a shot for goal from 50, well, it's about 45 here at Winter Reserve. He comes in, left foot kick, and the distance is okay, and the accuracy is good as well. And JJ, and that's Dale Menzies' brother, who is the runner for the Belmont Lions. Russell Menzies gone over and given him a pat on the head for the goal. Thanks for coming. So that is Justin's first goal. The second for Thomson. They go to 2-2-14. They trail the Belmont Lions 3 straight goals, 18. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 20.5 minutes played.
And Scotty Mills asking the umpire for an interpretation. I don't think he got one. So the ball in the middle, goes up again. Up high was Allen, gets the ball down. Highland tried to handball clear, threw it out. Got away with that one. Kicks it along the ground to Aitchison. Well, the umpire watched all that and thought it was okay. The ball comes to Beltex on centre wing. Gets around his opponent. Kicks to half forward. It's a good looking pass. Finds Belsilly on half forward flank for the Lions. Kicks it now into the full forward area. Big pack of players in there. Ball comes to ground. Player held without it. Well,
good decision.
I think he made sure that the umpire saw it. Looks like Brad Davis from here. And was tackled without it. Threw the arms back. And 25 metres out directly in front. Brad Davis has the free kick for the Belmont Lions. So it started off pretty slowly, but it's livening up a bit now as Davis goes goalwards. It's a pretty good looking kick off the boot. Goal umpire went across slightly, but now puts the indication up. 1 goal, and that's the 4th goal straight for the Belmont Lions. 4 goals, 24. They lead Thomson 2-2-14. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 21.5 minutes gone.
Yeah, well, that was a handy goal, Eric, and I hope they go across the number 12, little other youngster, Bolchek. And he played last week off for the bench. Full game this week, and he looks like a little bit under the bonnet to me.
Yes, he's very handy out there on the wing in these conditions.
I don't know how you pronounce that.
Boltesh.
Well, I know it as Bolchek because I work with his grandfather actually.
Oh, I see. Well, that would be right.
Bolchek.
Well, that's it then. We're calling him Bolchek.
Yeah.
Back in the middle. Allen gets it down. Highland again roves it. Loses the football though. Basili gets the tackle on. Stones there as well. Over the shoulder, said the umpire. And it will be a free
50.
kick. And 50. Well, you picked the 50 up. What was the 50 for, Laurie? I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was a voice.
It was a voice.
Because it was. The umpire actually left the scene. He heard the voice, turned around,
so
to 50.
Shane Stone's got the ball 40 metres out directly in front for Thomson. Wasting no time. Comes in off a couple of steps and kicks the goal. It's as easy as that. Shane Stone puts his first on the board. And once again, a quick reply for Thomson. They go to 3-2-20. They trail the Belmont Lions. 4 straight goals, 24. Victory Trophies, first quarter scoreboard, 23 minutes played.
That could be a bit disconcerting, Laurie, if you're a bit smart. The umpire had no idea who did the talking. It could have been a Thomson player.
Not at all. I actually watched him, Eric. He ran away from the play. He slipped, heard a comment, and then turned around and pinged him for 50.
Yeah, it could have been anyone.
So, quick reply for Thomson with the 50-metre penalty. Back in the middle. Justin again, this time against Graham having a run. Neither can get an effective tap. Graham tries a secondary tap. Chapman raises the arms and plucks it out. Gets a kick towards centre half forward. Florent ripped off the football. Allen runs in to Mackie. Thorley over the top of the football. Back towards Davis. Spins, turns, gets wrapped up but gets the handball away. Misses Govan. Handball from Harris, set up his teammate over the top to Mitchell. He's under pressure as well. Kick off the ground by 4 and gains 25 metres. And it's out of bounds for a throw in, about 35 out from the Belmont Lions goal. Andrew Atchison and Michael Allen not happy with each other at centre half forward. It'll be a Andrew throw in at half forward. With the Belmont Lions into attack. The late stages of the first term. It'll be, looks like, well, Allen coming across, but it might be Foran. Atchison over the back. Now it goes towards Doubledham, or runs onto it. Just slips at the crucial stage. Trying to tap it on there was Mills. Handball came out to Stone. Chopped off by Newell off a step back towards the forward pocket. Going up and taking the mark is Aaron Bradley, and he'll be able to clear play for the Thomson side when he's allowed to get up. And he is now. Straight down the middle. Goes towards Tim Gardner. Hepworth over the back. Punched on. Still in the middle of the ground. Coming off the wing was Basili. Rides a bump. Goes to the right boot. Tumbling punt towards half forward. Over the number of players. Tapped on intelligently by Foran. Goes towards the forward pocket position. Atchison coming through. Allen over the top as well. Needs to get rid of it. The umpire said it's held in and it will be a ball up. At 35 metres out from the Belmont Lions goal. And Aaron Bradley, the last player to get off the ground with the football. Hands it back to umpire Farnsworth. Ball up. Atchison up against Allen. Neither get an effective tap really. Over the back to Davis again. Gets his kick away towards Thorley though in the last line defence, who just wants to clear it towards the middle. And it past Gardner, past Hepworth, goes in the middle of the ground. Graham, dives very early over the top of it. We'll need to get rid of it. Did so. And a throw, said the umpire. It was going to be a thrower holding the ball. And it will be O'Connor with the free kick in the middle. Called the play on. Goes towards Stein at centre half forward. Takes a good mark and plays on. Rides the bump. Goes from 45 with a right foot kick. Peacock in the pocket by himself has taken the mark. And we'll kick it backwards towards Highland. And no 15. Highland kicks it over his left shoulder towards the goal square again. Riley's there. Nick Maharis, Riley. They bottle it up. And the umpire will ball it up just outside the 10-metre square.
Tell you what, if that wasn't 15 metres,
that'll be
nearly 30, Laurie, wasn't it?
Oh, it was certainly more than 15.
So a ball up in the square. Peacock's there. Off hands. Highland through the middle. Rides a couple of bumps and then loses the ball. The Belmont Lions fight hard for it. Want to try and push it through for a rush behind, and they do so. So Thomson go to 3-3-21. They trail the Belmont Lions. 4 straight goals, 24. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 26.5 minutes played.
So Button goes for the kick in. Just found Davis a millimetre inside the line. Now the kick intercepted by the man on the mark. Newell does well. Gets the footy, has to handball it. He's tackled. Another player tackled in Chapman. It's Gardner, handball over to finally Nick Maharis. He kicks it towards centre half forward. Hargraves went for the spoil, but then he kicked back toward the goal. Gee, they're under pressure, the Lions here, as Basili, well, he was tried to kick the footy under pressure, got it toward the boundary, and fortunately landed just inside the field of play. So it's only 20 metres from the behind post. Deep in the attacking area for Thomson. It's 27 minutes gone into the first quarter as the boundary umpire puts the footy in. Nick Maharis up high, over the top, gets a tap down, double dam, runs onto the footy, handball to Hargraves. He just kicks it anywhere and might be fortunate because out there was Button. Chapman picked up the crumbs, a terrible looking kick off the boot. Stein runs without the footy. Gardner threw it out. It was the same as the one before. Picked up there on this occasion by O'Connor. Kicks into the forward line. Beautiful the lead pass. There was Peacock. And Rod Peacock for Thomson, 35 metres out, almost directly in front, has taken the mark. And an opportunity to, give Thomson the lead for the first time. They trail by 3 points at this moment as he moves in there, Peacock. He's kicked it high. It's drifting and it's drifting. The umpire's gone across, but I think it might be a goal. So Rod Peacock kicks his first. And he gives Thomson the lead. 4-3-27. They lead Belmont Lions 4 goals, 24. 28 minutes of the first quarter on the Victory Trophy scoreboard.
Yeah, well, that was a good goal. They certainly deserved that. It was a nice pass to Rod Peacock there, but the good footy was probably 5 minutes before that. The pressure that Thomson Tigers put on the Belmont Lions in the forward line, they couldn't get it out. I think the best kick from probably 5 kicks was about 2 or 3 metres, so that suggests the pressure from Thomson there was fantastic, so that was good.
Back in the middle, Justin goes up early, rides on the top of Graham, Stein in the middle as well. Davis hung on to without the football, and will get a free kick from the trailing umpire, mind you, who was 30 metres away from the play. He picked it up.
It seems to be you kick the ball away after a free kick and they don't give 50 anymore. I noticed
We've got to get off the umpires.
But I noticed in the AFL, it doesn't seem to be that it's been paid.
Davis has got it in the middle of the ground. Goes with the right boot out wide, looking for the lead of Mills. Newell's out there as well, and also Armstrong. Mills rides the bump, tries to get the handball free. Pack develops around him. Armstrong over the top. The umpire will come in and ball it up on left half forward flank, outer side. The Belmont Lions just into attack. They trail now by 3 points, close to quarter time. Allen comes across to the ruck work for the Belmont Lions. Up against Stein in the end. Goes back towards Stein. Clearing kick, gains 35 metres, around onto centre wing, and we'll have a boundary throw in. So it'll be Graham up against Justin on centre wing outer side. Thrown in now. Stein's there as well. Graham from the back, punch to the front of the pack. Through the middle was Riley, couldn't take it with him, and the boundary umpire will do it all again. So the wind's still here across the ground, but bathed in sunshine now, winter reserve. You wouldn't have expected this an hour ago. We're under the cover of darkness. Boundary throw in. Justin stands his ground, goes towards Harris, pushed on by Doubledham. Coming at it was Button, pushed into the ball. Handball, missed its target, which was Chapman. Justin chopped it off, back towards Graham, off a step, towards half forward. Great pick up Armstrong. Clearing kick, tumbling punt back towards half forward. Basili takes the mark and relieves the pressure for the Lions. He's got Newell wide. He goes in that direction. Gardner gets back as well, though. And Stone, 2-on-1. Oh, they leave it, though. Gardner gets it. He gives it away to Troy Maharis on the right side for a left footer. Has to work back inboard. Now goes on the left boot long towards Peacock. 1 out behind. Hargraves did well to get to the front. Basili's there. He's under pressure. Gets a clearing kick. It's okay to Doubledham. He gives it away. Well, he's going to give it to Hepworth. He elects to go long, though, with the boot towards half forward. No mark taken off hands at the back. Armstrong handballs it away. And with a bit of time, Roberts wants a clearing kick towards half back. And he finds a safety of the boundary line for a throw in.
So the ball out of bounds. Half forward flank for the Belmont Lions, kicking to the southern end. We've been playing 31.5 minutes. Must be very close to quarter time. 3 points of difference. Thomson in front. The boundary umpire puts the ball back into play. In front is Foran. Big tap forward. Running onto it is Davis. He's tackled. Gets a handball clear. Pulls the ball back in underneath him. Now the ball is forced out of bounds as the siren sounds. It is quarter time here at Winter Reserve. And the score at quarter time, the Belmont Lions, 4 goals straight, 24. They trail Thomson 4-3-27.
The goal kick is at quarter time for Thomson. Singles to Shane Stone, Rod Peacock, Nick Maharis and Justin while for the Belmont Lions. 2 to Julian Carr and singles to Scott Mills and to Brad Davis. 3 points of difference at quarter time. 4-3-27 Thomson. They lead the Belmont Lions. 4 straight goals, 24. We'll take a break.